Hey everyone, welcome back to Fidelum 3D where I create content related to 3D animation from a beginner's point of view because I'm also a beginner. My main choice of 3D animation software is Blender, so that is what most of my videos will be centered on. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Today's video is all about my journey in becoming a 3D artist. Sort of like the things that influenced me to pursue 3D art and making it my passion. It all started when, as far as I can remember, when I was young and in primary, I liked drawing. The idea of spending lots of time in drawing something and making my drawing look awesome was very appealing to me. So I used to draw a lot. I used to draw for my colleagues. I used to draw random things that I find. I try making sure that I draw them as good as I can. So I try to make sure that whenever I draw something, it comes out to be very unique. It looks very nice. It looks similar to what I looked at to draw what I did. And it went on like that for my junior high, through my junior high, and yeah, I was drawing. And as time went on, after junior high, I went to senior and I was doing literature. Then I had placed the drawing aspect of me aside. I also liked reading, so I wanted to do more of stuff that are related to reading. And the idea was to be able to write stories and create movies and create scripts for movies. So that's exactly why I was doing literature. It was my main focus in senior high. And after senior high, we wrote our WASI, which was our final exams. Then we awaited our results. Then I went to college. When I went to college, the main thing I was doing was TV and film production. And under TV and film production, we had the option to either do 3D animation, camera operations, and sound engineering, sound production itself, then video editing. So my main course was to do 3D animation. So that's when I realized that I could do 3D animation as my career. I could use 3D animation for my career, so I decided to pursue it. But then as time went on in college, I realized that because due to where I find myself, I couldn't really rely solely on 3D animation. I had to put effort into the other areas, which were camera operations and sound production and graphic designing. Yeah, so then video editing too. So as time goes on, I was spending little time in learning 3D animation because I also had to learn video editing, and even that I was also learning motion graphics. So it came to a point where I only do 3D animation once in a blue moon, and then I have to also learn because if I don't learn, I wouldn't pass. But then any spare time I get, I try to watch as many tutorials as possible. My first tutorial I watched was from Jan Sculpt. He's a YouTuber and he was teaching how to make a sword. So that was the tutorial that made me like Blender. And also, you guys have to be aware that the school was using Maya. Maya was the school's requirement to learn 3D animation. But the laptop I had at that time wasn't permitting me to do so. It was more of was just 4 gigabytes of RAM, and it was Intel Core i3, so it was really slow. So anytime I opened Maya, I couldn't really use it to its full potential. Eventually, I got bored. So when I was looking for at that time, I was also putting much effort into learning Maya. When I was looking for more tutorials, then I came across Blender. Then I realized it's free. Then I downloaded it and I started using it. And I realized that Blender was for me. I don't know if it's because I wasn't really enjoying Maya because of my slow pieces, but Blender really wasn't. How do I even say this? Blender wasn't concerned about the specs of my PC. That's what I'll say. So if you are concerned about, there are certain things like simulations will be difficult for you to do. Maybe rendering with cycles will be slower, but then in general you can really model. Using a PC with a low spec, you can really model in Blender. So that was basically how it was, and I liked using Blender. So So after watching multiple tutorials upon tutorials, my health became a concern, because when I'm learning something that I really enjoy, sometimes I forget to even eat, sometimes I forget to even I deprive myself of sleep. And that's not because I'm feeling sleepy and I don't sleep, it's actually because I'm not feeling sleepy at all. And I end up depriving myself of sleep. Then my eyes, so I wasn't protecting my eye with any glasses, so the blue rays from the computer or whatever were affecting my eyes, my vision were becoming blurry, and it was a whole lot. So as time goes on, I had to take a break. Then I had to do more of camera works. So cinematography became something I was doing on a daily basis. I was shooting movies and stuff. But then I came back to Blender. I came back to using my Blender to do 3D animations. I watched tutorials again, this time around with protecting my eyes and protecting myself from the blue rays. But eventually I still left it. I still did the glasses. The glasses are really boring, so I couldn't really use them all the time. I think I learned my lesson, and I decided to stay a little bit far away from my laptop whenever I'm using Blender, so the the rays doesn't really affect me so much. And so that was basically how I did it. So even back in college, when I was doing the 3D animator, I was we had group works, and I had to do their animations for them. Yeah. And this is what the animation looked like. It was no production animation. This is what it looked like. That animation actually won the best animation. You can imagine if it won the best animation. The others weren't that bad, but then I think there was something about mine that looked cool. And so after school, I graduated, then I decided to work. And the work that I got was even centered around more of videography. So the 3D animation was more freelance. So it ended up being like, when I get someone who needed a logo, then I do it to the person. I was also posting my works on social media, posting it in groups, asking for critique all the time, to get better, to see what I was doing and to see what I was doing wrong and to see what I was doing right, and to see how far I can improve. And I also at that point I even decided to share my videos on YouTube. I think I posted a number of videos before I started using a software called JS Placement. And that software I started using because of Daki 3D. Some of you might know Daki 3D. He's also an amazing guy. He's very creative in how he uses Blender to create some abstract looking animations. He also likes looping animations, which are very nice. Like, he is able to loop the animations in ways that are appealing, like they look good. Okay, so after school, I'm working mainly as a videographer, then I'm also doing 3D animation. And I've also decided to talk about my 3D journey on YouTube as a beginner. I hope you guys enjoy this content that I'm making. It's something I wanted to try, just to share my progress with you guys. And it's in doing so, it can help you and I, can help you guys and I improve. Okay, thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and I'll see you in the next. Goodbye.